Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another story time. It's about a lady that I've known for a few years now, and she decided to increasingly lean on me for just pour out everything that she was going through, that she goes through at home. And I was glad to be a shoulder for her to lean on. But she started to just pop up at my house randomly because she felt like it. The first two times that she did it, I wasn't home, but I was able to see her on my cameras. But this is what made it strange. She was contacting me. She would call me or text me, and I would respond to her, but she wouldn't answer when I would like call her back or when I would text her back. And this is her initiating calling me and texting me, but she wouldn't respond back to me. It was strange. But she was also calling other people that we both knew and telling them she was worried about me, what's going on. Meanwhile, she's not answering me. She's not, like, when she would contact me and I would contact her back, or like if we would talk on the phone, she'd be like, "Oh, I have to go, can you call me tonight?" And I would call her later on that night. She wouldn't respond. Like, it was really weird. And it was kind of like we were playing phone tag, but she's asking me to contact her. Like, after she would call or text me, she would ask me to contact her, but then she wouldn't answer. And then when I would text her, she wouldn't respond to the text, but she was calling everyone saying that she hadn't spoken to me and she was worried about me. So, and she would just keep coming to the house. And at the first two times that she came, I wasn't home. Did I say that already? I wasn't home. By this time, after a few weeks, it had probably been 5 or 6 weeks later, I was annoyed because all this time she's calling me, I'm answering, but then she's not talking. She would text me, I'm responding to the text, I'm asking her, is everything okay? Then she started calling me like 11 o'clock at night, and then like her behavior was really questionable, was really strange. So when other people would be like, what's going on? She says that she hasn't spoken to you, and then I would show them the messages. I would show them the phone calls that I was making to her, and they're like, and then they started saying like, why is she doing that? Because they would see um, the messages that I was showing them. I'm having a hard time telling the story, and I don't know why. It's like I feel so distracted, but um, she yeah, she was telling people that she couldn't get in contact with me, which was completely false. Like, that was the hugest lie. Like, why are you contacting me? I'm trying to reach back out to you, you're not responding, and you're calling other people saying that you're worried about me. And like, it was just strange. So the third time that she popped up at my door, I was upset by this time, and I just didn't respond. I didn't respond, and and I could see her on my cameras. Like, she was going and knocking on the neighbors' doors, and the kids that were outside, she was like asking them, have they seen me? The kids that are outside, they don't know my business. Like, they don't know what from coming, going, like, and they were kind of like running away from her because they hadn't seen her from the neighborhood. um it was just it was really wild. So um the fourth time that she came to my house, oh, I wasn't home. So what I did, I went straight to her house. I went straight to her house. I was like, I cannot. This is crazy. I cannot. So she wasn't home, but her kids were home. I could hear them, but they didn't answer the door because I'm sure, like, yeah, the parents weren't home, so the kids are not gonna answer the door. I could understand that. So I waited because it was getting pretty late, and I knew that she wouldn't be outside, not past 9 o'clock. She wouldn't be outside. So her husband pulls up. I get there. I was there for maybe, it wasn't even a full 5 minutes. I wasn't there that long, but her husband came up. He came home right after I got there. He was there like a couple of minutes later, and I think he recognized me. And so he said that his wife would be home soon, and I told him I would just wait outside for her, because I'm not going to go in the house and wait for her in the house. I don't care that the kids were there. I'm not going in there and waiting in there. I would only go in there if she was in there. So where am I going with this? So he's asking me, have I tried to call her? Have I tried to text her? And I told him, yeah, but she's not responding. The first things out of his mouth is like, he says, this woman. And I'm just like, I'm silent. I have nothing to do with it. Don't know why you responded. He didn't have to say anything at all. So he starts saying, when's the last time you talked to her? And I told him, oh, it's been weeks, but I know she's trying to get in contact with me, and I want to find out like what's going on. So he was like, okay. So, then he adds, I try to call her all the time. She doesn't answer me. He was like, I'll try to message her now. And I'm silent. I don't know why. He didn't even, I feel like he didn't not have to say that in the frustrated way that he did, because he's kind of letting me know that I don't know. I didn't like how that made me feel. Just to call her or text her. You didn't have to say that in that rude way to me, letting me know, like, it gave me the feeling that he thinks that she gets on his nerves or something like that. And I'm just like, that's so unnecessary, but okay. So she gets to the house and I stop her. She comes up. All of this is not taking a lot of time. He came, and then she came like right after him, like a few minutes. Not a long waiting time at all. So she pulls up in their driveway. I didn't pull in their driveway. I parked in front of the house. I didn't pull in their driveway just because I'm like, if they want to get in their driveway, they can. To kind of give them that space, they could get in their driveway without my car being in the way. So she pulls up in her driveway and she gets out the car. She starts walking to me, and I stop her and I say, talk to your husband first. Talk to him first. I've been down this road a couple of times already. Like, go to, not with her, but with other people. Go talk to him first. So they talk for a little bit. Then she comes over to me, and I tell her everything. I take out my phone and I say, you see all these missed calls from me? I'm calling you back. Mind you, did I say this already? She contacts me. I don't really call or text anybody. She calls and texts me. I just respond back to her. I think maybe because I feel like she was in such a needy place. But anyways, start showing her the messages and the missed calls, and I'm like, why are you telling other people? Because I was a little bit annoyed, but I knew to not come off too annoyed with her, just so that she wouldn't like withdraw herself from me. So I'm like, I don't understand why you're telling people you're trying to get in contact with me, but you're not. I said, you're randomly showing up at my door when I'm not home. I see you on the cameras. I can watch them back. I can see the footage. And you're calling people, telling people that you're concerned and you're worried about me and that you haven't talked to me. And I said, but you're ignoring all my text messages. So I start showing her. So you guys, I don't want this story. We're already 7 minutes in. This is a story time, but the things that she was getting on my nerves about, like, I shouldn't say getting on my nerves. The things I was having a hard time understanding is why was she texting me? Why was she having her children text me? She said she would give her kids the phone and they would text me, and like, just strange things, just really weird. And then I would respond back to her and she wouldn't respond. So she was like, so when I was asking her, why was she doing this? Why are you ignoring me and then telling other people that you're worried about me and that you haven't spoken to me? And her response back to me was, well, sometimes I go through things. So I'm like, everybody in the world goes through things from time to time. As a grown-up, sometimes we always have a thorn in our side. Like, I'm not understanding why you're doing this. We all go through things, but why are you doing this to me? So she was like, so I said, we all go through things. I said, but I'm just not understanding why are you calling people and telling people that you're reaching out to me and making it look like I'm not responding. So she was like, oh, I didn't think it was a big deal. You're American, so you think that it's a big deal. So I'm like, okay, I don't know where to go with this. What kind of response is that? I don't think it's a big deal. You guys, be me. Somebody's reaching out to you, and then they're telling other people that they're worried and they're concerned about you, and they haven't spoken to you, and they don't know what's going on. So I'm just like, okay, this definitely has to be the end. So I said, what was my response to her when she said that? Oh, I told her that I blocked her, because I did. I blocked her. And so once she saw that I blocked her, and I only blocked her the day before. And so when she saw that I blocked her, the day before I actually went to her house, I blocked her. I was like, I can't. But then I wanted to have some clarity on the situation. Why was she doing this? Especially, I'm that person who, I'm just listening to her situation, um, how she's disrespected in her home, and how things are not, how it okay, I'm listening to her situations, but we're also talking about solutions to her situation without me being too detailed about it. We're talking about solutions to certain situations, and how to bring yourself up out of sometimes. Anyways anyways so she starts crying, and she's saying, how can you do this to me? How can you do this to me? So now I'm generally confused. I'm not doing not a single thing to you. So she's like, you blocked me? You're supposed to be my sister. And I'm just like, if I'm supposed to be your sister, why in the world are you reaching out to me and not responding, calling me and then not talking, calling me, asking me to call you back? When I call you back, you're not responding, texting me, then when I respond back to your text, you're not responding back to my text. Like, and it was text that she could have been responding back to, because it was always her initiating. Like, she always needed something from me. So I'm just like, you're needing this from me, I don't mind, but you're asking, and then when I respond back, yes. It was just the strangest. It was almost like she was like setting me up, and I'm just like, I don't get. I'm too grown for this. I absolutely cannot do this. This is getting weird. So anyway, she's like, for sure, like crying like hard, like as if I was really doing something to her. But thank God I've been through all the foolishness that I've been through. I saw straight through that. She was behaving the way that she's behaving towards me, and then pretending like I'm doing something to her. So I said, you know what? I see you're crying. I see you're frustrated. You're upset. I said, I didn't want it to go there. I said, I will unblock you. And if you want to call after this, that's fine. I said, but you have to pick up the phone if you feel like you want to talk to me. I said, if you don't want to, and you say you're going through something, then don't call other people and say that I'm the one who's missing. You're worried about me. You're all these things, like, completely not true. So she starts crying even harder, and she's like, well, okay, well, I didn't expect you to treat me like this. And I said, well, I'm not treating you like anything. And she's like, you're supposed to, we're supposed to be hugging this out right now. So I'm like, okay, so do you want a hug from me? I'm not being mean. This is what happened. So I'm like, okay, so do you want a hug from me? Like, I'm so confused at why she would ever think it was okay to behave like this, and then turn all this around on me like I was doing something to her. So I give her a hug, and all her kids are coming out. Like, they're all coming outside, and they're like, what are you doing to our mom? Like it was just, I was like, I'm not doing anything to your mom. Like, I just wanted to talk to her. So I went home after that, and no, I'm not even gonna. I should not be laughing like this, but so I went home after that, and she called a few other people, and she told them the way that I was treating her. So she wanted to have like this meeting about it, because she's saying that I have a side and she has a side. As far as I'm concerned, I do not have a side. You are mistreating me and lying on me. I don't have a side. No, you are. She was being awful. So on game day, myself and another lady and her, the lady that I'm telling you about, how her behavior just became just completely weird. She went from dumping her life on me, her husband doesn't like her kids don't like her, to now making me out to be somebody who's just ignoring her and that she's concerned about me. So okay. So we're at the game, and she decides to strike up this meeting between myself and another lady that we know, and tell her, and this other lady that we know, I'm just gonna say sideways, okay? Just sideways, whatever that means to you. Just anyways. So we talk about it. We just agreed to disagree, because she started saying, why were you there before I got there, and you were talking to my husband? I absolutely cannot stand conversations like that, especially when I told her One time she invited me over to her house, and I told her, don't invite me when your husband is home. Like, I'm aware of those kind of situations. She's there, her husband's there. I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode while I'm recording. But anyways, I just don't like situations like that, because people always use that as, you want to be with my husband. Like, that's all. That is one thing that I like to avoid. Just, Lord Almighty. Um, she pulled that out. She used that one on me at the meeting. At the meeting, we're sitting on the benches at the kids' game. You were trying to talk to my husband, and I'm just like, oh Lord. The conversation that I told you guys about, that he didn't really say anything to me. Of course, I didn't say anything to him. It was just, he just wanted to know, like, you're waiting for my wife here, and like, yeah, no conversation. And I told her, oh, and I reminded her. I said, you see how you just now you're trying to pretend like I'm coming for your husband. I said, this is why I used to tell her, don't invite me to your house when he's there. I don't know why she would do that. Like, why are you doing that? Especially, just never a good idea for those people who are insecure, or you know that your husband is going to be the type to speak, maybe not even be in another lady's face, but just speak. Like, just avoid it. Don't invite me while he's there. Especially, a lot of married ladies like to use that as something. I don't think that they even believe it. I think they want to use it to bother the other person. Don't, oh my gosh. Um, so yeah, so we just agreed to disagree and just be cordial with each other, like, not really go on with it. Of course, when I leave the meeting, her and the other lady, they stay behind so they can say everything that they wanted to say, because we pick up on energies, right? We know when people are talking about us, right? Oh, so yeah, I just know that and even till this day, when she contacts me, I will respond. Like, she's like, oh, this is going on, that's going on, do you want to go? I'm just like, no. Um, and that's it. That's where it goes. She's not going to be able to do what she did to me again. I'm not going to put myself back in spaces with her if it's not necessary. Like I said, I've known her for a couple of years now, but she was getting out of control. Like, I don't know. She's not going to fool me ever again, treat me like that, and then start crying and saying, how can I do this to her, as if I did something to her. So yeah, that was a pretty long story time, and I haven't uploaded in a while. I am very new to TikTok, about 2 weeks in. I'm gonna learn how to do all the green screens, and I'm gonna start uploading more on TikTok. I have a couple of posts on there, but then as soon as I do, I will link my TikTok to my YouTube. And my TikTok is gonna be a little bit different from my YouTube channel, but I hope you guys enjoy it when I do link the TikTok here. I might not do it on this video. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'll think about it. But the content will be slightly different. It won't be, I don't know. I don't know. I'm too new to it. Maybe I'll have a few short story times on TikTok. You guys just check it out whenever I put the link on this YouTube channel, and see if you like it. I'm not sure how I want that channel to go. I'm too new to TikTok. I'm still learning how to use it. And I hope you enjoyed the story time. Give this video a thumbs up. I hope you made it to the end. I missed you guys, just for the simple fact that I just wasn't uploading. No real reason. I just wasn't. But I will talk to you guys later.